damage amping up quite a bit. So I hear with short cooldowns, can go to the jungle and get the blink reasonably early. It'll be interesting to see if the PA goes and sort of tries to mess with him. It ends up just being a far more most Axe lanes where the Axe can't just bully the person out of the lane, which is the case for Slaughter a lot of times.
At the bottom lane, MSS is calling for that Sunstrike. It doesn't look like he's getting it. Don't know if it got used elsewhere. Universe backing away, and MSS ever so low. Even turns around for one last hit. Universe. Oh, threatening. He gets up the battle hunger. MSS, not like that. I don't think that was in the anime script, but the Sunstrike to counter it, it's Universe's turn to feed. Oh man, some avoidable casualties here in the bottom lane, but I guess not really the best killing tri-lane at this stage, but can play more aggressively anyway in the top lane.
Yeah, their lane just is very good at winning by attrition. All three of these range heroes with the Drow Aura, they'll slowly just begin. Well, Smell actually goes down.
Oh, didn't get level 6. One creep away, and the Cold Snap plus the Dagger. Fire Observer Ward in the area, freshly planted down, and for now, Sven the only hero showing, so they might get a glimpse of this. It's all about when that smoke breaks, and it breaks at a pretty decent time. Zai, though, still gonna get caught out here. The cast comes through. Oh, that crush hurts real bad, and they find the kill with the Sunstrike. That will secure the EE Midas. He gets the last hit. The experience as well.
A nice move from MSS, realizing that the game is not going so great right now. The Warlock almost level 6 and trying to make the most out of that small timing they have before he is 6.
Universe does reveal the blink, finds a solo kill bottom.
If he really needs him to get that blink, Aoi is not doing the best in terms of net worth, so it's going to be a long time before he has that Echo Saber blink. So really depending on MSS to get a pretty good dagger timing.
Oh, that blink call from Universe, though. Relocate coming in hot. Speaking about delaying the blink dagger, they're going to get him with the Shadow Word. The Frost Arrow is not particularly high level, only 2, but it's enough for the first kill, and now they're going to snowball it into 2. A chop Universe. Here's it as they also bring down the Witch Stock, Comeback Gold, and Turbo farming in their own right.
Yeah, the drop porting up to top with the Universe, so continuing to just kill MSS, or at least try to.
Oh, good call from Universe. Another chop, another kill. Suddenly 4-1. Britt comes in from behind, just relocating himself in. Not anybody next to him, but it's enough for a follow-up kill. The Rock is dropped, and then Envy all of a sudden might go down here. He's low to the Fatal Bonds. Looks like he should survive this with the 2 Quas Orbs, but EG instantly transitioning back into a push. Crit unable to stay there.
Holy cow!
But oh, Envy actually gets balled down by Sumail on the backlines on top of that. So EG made 3 kills. He did that while he was invis, right? So he just balled where he predicted him to be?
3 deaths after, he was this far away from Blink Dagger 5 minutes ago. Now, still not having the blink.
Oh, the Universe, he's got the high ground position, he gets up the blink off, and speaking of that blink, it's gonna be delayed again. Blade Mail ready to go. Envy almost got caught there as well. And
yesterday, playing versus Complexity, they let them take the Drow, and then they picked Ogre and Nature's Prophet and just aggro trialing them, and so, punishing their weaknesses. You can see EG really prepared for these games.
Uh-oh. Well, this could be bad for the Sven. He does have access to Godstrength. The Kaz comes out, it's far too late. The Blade Mail chop just goes right through all that armor from the Warcry. They'll collect 2 kills here. Envy, well, he managed to TP out, and he's straight for Rosham. Shadowblade will be picked up by the Drow Ranger. They really want to flex their map control muscle, EG do. Aoi getting there. The Echo Saber under construction. The Blink Dagger reveals Sunstrike makes Sumail go splat. Big pick up there, and then the Centaur dominated creep is going to be microed beautifully as they try to bring down the Axe, but he will be brought back to the well. The IO might just be sacrificing itself for the greater good here. We'll have to see. No, they want to fight this. They got the Rock, the bringing in Universe. He already TP'd himself back to mid, but the IO gets caught. The Rock gets dropped. Look for the call. It's on 2. Blade Mail available as well. Will be activated, but Envy able to still hopes the Aegis SPG most likely will be going down. Can they at least save the Invoker? That's the question. The Fatal Bonds. Oh, it's going to crack the Aegis, and they're also going to get that kill to the north. And now onto Aoi. Universe, he's got bloodlust in his eyes. Only seen red. The amp damage comes out from Slardar. Threatens to go deeper here. Sess just be, and he'll make it out just in the nick of time there. Universe getting into position. So they're going to find a free relocate kill on the comeback. It looks like Dust gets popped. They really want Arteezy, but no, they're going to jump on a crit. He just gets blown up, and now the Golem's there. They thought it was an easy trap to be sprung, but it's actually an EG trap, and they're the ones bringing it. Stormbolt's there, but Sumail kept alive for the time being by crit with the overcharge. The tether doing work. They isolate and will bring down the Sven. Now EG surging into the NP base.
Yeah, it was a really nice play from EG after the relocate gank whiffing. Everybody just immediately, you can see in the minimap, making a beeline for the bottom lane. Sumail with a haste rune as well, so not having to waste a lot of mana to zip into the fight, and having plenty to chase after the heroes and get the pull off onto the Invoker.
Well, I think he might have thought they were in the woods, and in fact, they're just coming, but they nailed them with the scan. This could get ugly for EG. Don't really have anyone back behind them. Is there going to be a corresponding dire scan? They find that Blink Crush. GH is there. Surprise, motherfucker! And EG lose too, just like that. Holy shit. They were like, alright, we know they're smoking. We know they're in our woods. Surely we're safe behind this tower, but...
Next to this tower here, and scouted them walking back up, so saw them going into that nook and then hitting up the scan to make sure they didn't relocate or TP out, and getting a couple pickup kills. That's the kind of stuff that MP needs to get back in this game, so...
Meanwhile, Sumail, well, starting to go hard in the paint. They may have found 2 kills top and 1 on a drow, but just as quickly they'll lose Owie. Sunstrike. Oh, he gets the creep. Sumail, overall.
Very early on as well as Silver Edge, so very tanky and super mobile, getting 2 mobility items, his first 2 core items.
Take the Aegis, and MSS there a bit too late. Universe going for the Blink Call, it's gonna miss, but he just dives straight onto Envy. He gets stunned, focused, but that overcharge doing so much work to keep him alive. He goes in deeper, the Crush comes through at the same time the Yules throws Sumail up into the air. Owie stunned, still cooling down. This leaves a very sad and rather relatively immobile Witch Doctor on the backline, who's quickly dealt with. They do manage to bring down the IO as the trade. Envy goes in Fizz, he sneaks out, and Sumail continues pursuit. There's the second drop. Welcome to Space Jam Episode 2. God, I wish they would make a good sequel to that movie, but 3 heroes down. Slardar hits the deck, and Port PA really not having much of an impact. Make it 4 as Sumail will find Envy on the high ground. They had an Ob Sentry combo, and that prompts a GG. He's like, Bloodstone, suicide. I'll die with you, Envy. It's okay. You gave us a good run for our money, but... Do you see EG as like just trying to match them in the farm department or take it late, or why Alk here?
Enchantress.
I think Alk is pretty good here because it does have a nice timing where, like you said...
Even Warlock is... I mean, he's not really the best at, like, ganking per se, but it's a very difficult to kill support. Oh, Jesus.
I only play Sven.
Oh, nice and early with the tears. So both teams calmly preparing to throw their allies under the bus.
I love the banter between Arteezy and Owie. It's always a classic.
They will move in with the creeps. Have the ever brilliant Hadouken, so they'll bring down the wave with ease. Combine that with the cleave, and Owie already cutting the wave. They're gonna find Universe. He TP'd in, but there's a lot of units surrounding him. He's gonna start to spin here with the call. Goes in onto SVG, who's been tanking tower. Does not have a point in the attendance yet. Might even go down. Universe is like, I gotta get something out of this, but first blood to Owie.
He spun. What?
Oh. That was close. Ench almost down to that. They're gonna move on to Sumail in the mid lane. But I think this was scouted when they walked up the ramp. As I say that the cold snap, it's been a while since they moved up that ramp. He's gonna commit the ultimate here to try and survive. The Crush comes through, it connects on 2, prevents the Universe from giving the backup. A good backstab by MSS.
100 gold, so really far away from his Blink Dagger at this point. So NP will have a pretty spacious window where EG is trying to farm up some core items to allow them to fight.
And that really is their only initiation, aside from, you know, repelling the Alk or the OD and they just run in. There will be a call mid though, so speaking of comeback potential and getting a Blink Dagger in a timely fashion, Universe a little bit closer to it. And he goes, for now, not committing towards a bigger item, but moving in, he does drop a ward. He's pretty far out though. He doesn't have a point in repel yet. Sunstrike comes in. Bop! Got him. And now we're going to look for Zai as well with the tether already committed. Well, MSS, you said not the fastest level 6, but suddenly he's been given 1 kill, gifted a second, Envy on a double kill, and killing spree streak here. So Alk nowhere near a potential armlet, so they are going to have a big window where they can look to punish him. Speaking of punish, straight back to the top lane, it's right on to crit again. The Omni Knight picked off once more as quickly as he comes back into the game. He's down for the count. EG here, you've got a level 6 Warlock walking around. Meanwhile, Io's 4 and Omni is 3. And Sumail has to be dead again. God Strength committed. Creeps are there. He can't even bring down Envy. This game is crumbling, but not for the guy who popularized the phrase. It's hanging out near the Ancients. They did see that this is happening, but there's a smoke bypassing the Omni and moving deeper into the bottom lane. EG don't appear to be remotely ready for this. Alk is not really a great rotator in these scenarios. They have the amp damage. It's going to be a quick pick-off on Zai most likely. Tether's out for now, but a Sunstrike cuts him up and spits him out. EE on point. It looks like, but towers, they ain't going anywhere. Aui's going to take this one. Last hit to him. Saber up. Already Alacrity online, and there's a crush. Follow-up Sunstrike, Stormbolt's there. Chopping off of his head. NP just driving straight down the middle lane, and EG. Sumail does manage to complete the armlet, and they also get Blink on X. They're going to need this first Blink reveal to be something special because they are under immense duress already. Sunstrike, Crush, and the Rock. It even hits Universe right when he's about to blink in and potentially go for a call. So they don't find anything. They commit the... Not even the relocate, excuse me, just the rotation on Zai to come into the middle lane. Later on into the game, and of course you do have the impetus, so perhaps one of the best tools to deal with the repel later on in the game. Pure spell immunity, but they do find Envy in the river. Unfortunately, he's the Aegis Bearer, so this could be turned around in a hurry. They don't have the Rock for this fight, but now he gets into them, to the backline, an aggressive jump forward. Now Arteezy on the run, repelled, and more importantly, the Omni ult committed. Get him out safely, so...
If they get the jump in these fights, they need to be very careful.
As you say that, Caster's curse has struck you too, it gets scanned. Are gonna potentially look for a turnaround here. Aoi jumps right in, he immediately lops off Zai's head. The golem comes through and all hell breaks loose. EG on the run. Well, you talk about getting the jump. That is not the kind of jump that EG had in mind. Oh no, Sumail won't make it out either. NP just decisively.
Yeah, NP with the super fast TP bottom after getting that kill. Normally you'd expect them to go for that tower, but...
Artor has no TP here.
Go another wave.
Crit already went down elsewhere while this was happening, and then a Sunstrike, that's 4 dead around the map. They even found the Omni in the river. NP, GG.
Wow.
You know, Arteezy called it, man. Arteezy knew. He said GG, go next when the game began, and...
Our Lifestealer pairing, but still very, very strong. A good initiation tool, and Lifestealer just a hero that, oh, wow.
Alright. Here we go.
Definitely not what they want to have. Warlock, just overall, typically known as a stronger hero than Undying. And the Lifestealer, a nice change up from the OD, having him in the safe lane. I like putting the OD mid again, not hero that's... You know, he's been tried in the safe lane, but whenever he is punished, he's typically very easy to just sort of destroying the mid game. He doesn't have a good start, but I think the drafts this game are pretty even. And it's going to come a lot down to execution this game.
Oh boy, gloves are coming off. Arteezy lays down the law. We don't even need admins when we've got him in the room.
Try some FYM. Yep, I think there were a couple of short pauses at the beginning of both the other games. Guy likes Cholula better, alright.
That Sumail guy, he's weird.
They're trying to fight him.
I don't know, Aoi, have you? I mean,
I don't think Aoi's actually tried it.
That's the best. They're all so bad at promoting it too, like when they tweet about it, they don't even link the Twitter. It's like, I think half the people following them don't even know what it is.
No, Curry coming with the Xfinity sellout.
Yeah, solid stuff from Zai. Now there's a brand that I would never believe. To be honest, I had Comcast internet, man. I'm never going back. Someday I'll get Google Fiber, but until then, I have Fios. The MSS getting up the stun here on Sumail. And they are going to duke it out a bit in the river. The Oracle nuke comes through, and it looks like MSS is your first blood. Arteezy happily chews him up.
Enchantress, they may have some HP issues.
Now they're going to make a move. Sunstrike coming in, and Envy the ball rolling with the help of his bottom lane. And you get cleaned up, I believe, every single one going to that Ben. With the tombstone there to tank it. And now MSS moves in, but there's a sentry. Might see him coming. I think they just got vision of him. Crit's in a lot of trouble, though. MSS going to focus him down, gets the vendetta, and just needs this appeal, and he nails it. Juked left and right and ended up just going straight. Easy grab there for Arif. Now the move onto Zai with the cold snap. The Hadouken, a quick pop. It's another takedown, and the Ancients. All to NP. The Owie Universe, though, no blink yet. Shown a propensity to rush it as, oh, they find the OD mid. Cold snap into a Sunstrike. MSS there from behind with the Vendetta Impale.
Double or triple stack, I'm not sure which one it was. So has his blink now, so MP a little bit too late with his rotation. Wanted to cut off that area by the Ancients to control that. Maybe farm it up with a Sven.
Uh-oh. Envy finding the kill mid. It was a Nyx gank, and he's not even there, but the blood spatter marks another Sunstrike kill. He's off pushing the bottom lane safely, so MSS again delivering, and I just can't believe they don't have a sentry ward mid at this point, honestly. Now the blink call, moving on to Owie, dragging him back. Universe there, good initiation. It's the follow-up going to come through. Arteezy gets to work with the open wounds. Owie, he doesn't have the god strength any longer. That's the dunk, and it might be the first of multiple as they turn to kill up that tombstone. Universe now will have access to the blink, the call as well on to Envy. Backup is lacking. It's just a simple decay. It's not good enough. And they will find the kill, but Envy, while that was happening, did Sunstrike the IO, so makes it a 1-for-1 there. Still a big win, a 2-for-1 overall. A noble sacrifice, though, so even then EG being thwarted. That is not easy, man, against an Armlet Lifestealer, and even just decent base stats on the OD. And as that tower falls, EG straight onto the Ancients, but there is going to be a contest here. Sunstrike coming in, will hit Arteezy. Fairly healthy. MSS straight into the fray, a 2-hero stun, and now they rush forward. 1437 going for the decay, a decent one. Stormbolt there, but it's a defensive banish activated. Owie's the Echo Saber ready to unload. Our Universe gets preemptively kept alive by the false promise, but that means Arteezy has no heal, has no help, and perhaps it's worth it though with the blink, the call, the double dunk, and looking to make it a triple. Universe brings it down. 3 heroes have fallen. 1437 up to the high ground. He too will melt. Oh, that false promise paying dividends now. It's a team wipe, I believe, for EG after the banish. It will be. Off goes the Bambi and the Ancients also to EG. And that is going to basically plunge this draft off a cliff at Niagara Falls.
Almost could have been even better for EG, but thankfully for NP, they at least got the kill on the Lifestealer. But definitely a very favorable fight for NP.
Crit! Go splat. MSS getting right back into it, and meanwhile mid lane there's a relocate. They're going to move on to 1437, doesn't even get the tombstone out, though to be fair, it would have died almost instantly.
But it's very, very hard to get a lot of items to get the lanes out whenever, like you said, there is a wisp, there's an axe that can always be setting up kills, and speaking of the double
MSS, was it worth it? He gets the courier, but I don't think he's getting out here. He does have the Vendetta Universe, though. Oh, sentry gets dropped. MSS, which way does he go? Oh, they've cornered him. They completely isolate him between 2 sentries, basically a Venn diagram of death.
They're committed to death balling with no real way to take fights in the late game, so especially with this map control, should be able to out-farm getting those tier 2s down now, but it looks like they want to push the advantage.
Oh, Owie, this is a big one. They can relocate in as well, and they don't even need to. Blade Mail, Rage with Deso, and no Warcry being active there as he was called in AG. Pushing out this top lane, the Centaur galloping ahead as a forward scout. The forward spirits bringing up the rear. And they will go deeper. It looks like they found 1437, isolating him. He was de-warding. He drops the gem. And now he comes in. He wants to quickly deal with Zai, who wanted to maybe scoop it up. Not going to happen, but he pays with his own life. The BKB not done just yet. And now MSS is going to be next on the list. That's 3. They're looking for a 4th. Likely find him too. PG, no way out. Surrounded and pounded. He will go down. Universe rims that one out, but needs to dunk when a simple alley-oop will do. He's not the Grand Grant you think you know, guys. Still enjoy that side of his person.
Yeah.
He's mellowed with age. I mean, not often you say that about a guy who's, you know, early 20s, but he really has. Blink call though, top lane. Got that BKB, still not ready. Owie gets isolated, and Owie John's gonna go down again. Oh, that really hurts, Quinn. That's twice now he dies right before getting the BKB. Dinner 50, no buyback. They're not gonna push down the top lane just yet, but they're really controlling the map well. Now turning onto the Undying, they'll banish him as well. When he comes back, it's into a world of pain. Sumail plus 20 in and rising. Tombstone committed. Oh, they've even got an AC down, but from the rear comes MSS. He might be able to clean these heroes up. Self-banish, trying to buy a little time. The blink call, decent from Universe, does isolate the Joker. Can they focus him down though? The orbs come in. There's the initial tornado, and now the chase forward. Trying to keep that Power Devourer under control.
Yeah, is also a very good item for taking people by surprise, getting one quick pick off, and winning the game off of that. But Owie drawing the exact line that he thought they were gonna run, and them countering this out, and they actually would take a fight.
Oh, did I jinx him? Immediately gets caught by an Echo's Favor Angry's fan, and gem. Alright, well, Shadowblade not paying off that time, and they even brought in more reinforcements. Sumail caught, stunned by a Centaur, quickly gets to work with the Hurricane Pike and relocate back. A little Houdini action from EG brings them back to the bottom lane. They'll immediately push here, but already Nyx coming in with the Rage committed. Oh, a beautiful stun from the Nyx assassin. MSS going in deep for this. Arteezy's got to be careful. He does not have a Rage, but he does have Aegis. Hammer gets dropped on the rear lines and brings down MSS. Point getting cancelled here, but he wants to chase this. He finds Eternal Envy, Hurricane Pike. Only 5 seconds to go. Does get slightly slowed down there, but he's ultimately still going to lose his life. Eternal Envy, that's his third death of the game, but his first in a long time is EG.
Yeah, EG is just so much better at fighting around right now, even with that perfect read of exactly where Universe was going to go by Owie drawing the line. Just take the Wisp down in time, the Glimmer Cape helping him out quite a bit, and just coming back down to bottom. Trying to take a fight that maybe they weren't able to, and I'll lose 2 sets of racks off of that.
Just like that, the game might be spiraling out of reach for Team NP. They've given EG a good run. Perhaps they lose Sumail here. Oh, nice false promise. The banish, though, preventing him from getting out of range, and the Carapace stun. Save him. Zai with godly IO plays, combining with crit, and crit, well, he's going to pay for that one, but it comes with turn as they jump straight onto the Sven. Again, not getting off the BKB. 10 seconds, just passively sitting in his inventory, doing nothing for him. No buyback, a minute on the sidelines now. Meatball marking where NP once stood. Want some hot sauce for that, NB? We've got it for you, says Arteezy. He'll pour all kinds of hot sauce over it. I think that was a little more than what NB had in mind, and Ice is going to settle very uncomfortably into his innards.